Hello? 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 Hello, good evening. Can you hear me? I can see.
Good evening, sir. Can you?
Yes, yes, I can see people joining. We have 6 participants. We have Firdaus, Maina, Ganus, Akirat. We have Victoria, we have Hamza. Yes, people are joining. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Yes. People are trying to connect, so we'll just wait for them for some minutes, then we continue.
Okay, sir.
Yes, and make sure you unmute yourself because a lot of you, some of you. Yes. That's fine. I can see we have a lot of participants coming in. I hope all of you can hear me. We just wait for them for 2 minutes, then we continue. Some of you have, make sure you unmute yourself. Hamza Galadim, if you can hear me, make sure you unmute yourself. Demon, unmute yourself.
I've just done that. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. The guy needs a second, I can see you raising up your hand. Somebody just iPhone, no name. Okay. Salma,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me? Make sure you unmute yourself. Yes. Unmute yourself so they can hear me. And somebody using Techno F1. Unmute yourself, please. Yes. Salma Saad, unmute yourself. Please try to unmute yourself, all of you. Yes, we have 16 people presently. Yes, this is good number. We have 17 now. Oh, somebody's playing music. Oh my God. Somebody's playing music. Oh my God. Tox, is that you? Mary Ezekiel Rikoto, unmute yourself, please. Unmute yourself. Adeya Moridwan, unmute yourself. Samson, SM. Somebody using Samson, unmute yourself. Please, any noise you're making there, I can still hear you. So. Samson, Ridwan, unmute yourself, please. Yes, we have iPhone success, Techno Wi-Fi, unmute yourself, please. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, that's good. So that's very good. So I'm impressed by your participation. Almost all of you have, almost all of you. I can see we have like, yes, we have 18 people now. 18 people are present. Now we have 19. All right, I think we are good to go. So
Yes,
today, yes. All of you can hear me?
Yes,
yes.
Firdaus Musa, you are. Yes, unmute yourself, Firdaus Musa. All right. That's good. So today we are going to talk about language, dialect, and varieties, which is part of social linguistics. You know, we have 5 major contents in the course. Last lecture, we talked about introduction to language, and now we are going to talk about varieties of language and dialect. So I'm going to share my screen. Yes. So, all right. I'm going to share a script, and the script it contains some videos. I have all of you can see me. So, it's language, dialect, and varieties.
Okay.
Yes. So it's one of the major topics we have in the course outline, which is part of social linguistics. All this is talking about social linguistics. So we have what you call language variation. And when we're talking about language variation, quickly we can say no two speakers of a language speak exactly the same way. So there are variations of language when two people are speaking. So they speak differently. So we can't say people are speaking the same language. No individual speaker speaks the same way all the time. So people are speaking different language. Even if you have the same capability, I mean the same, yes. Some of you are still making noise. Hello, is there any problem?
Sir, your voice is cracking.
My voice is cracking. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, maybe it's the network sometimes.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes, make sure you have a good internet connection. Let me stop sharing so that I can admit some people here. Yes, I can see we still have some. Okay.
Hello.
All right. So we are talking about language variation. Now we are saying that no two speakers of a language speak exactly the same way. No individual speaker speaks the same way at the same time, even if you have the same language. So now I'm going to show you a 2-minute clip of video so that you can listen to somebody, an expert about language. Yes. So just listen.
I am sorry, sir. The noise in the background is making it very difficult for us to hear what, the audio of the video.
Yeah, exactly.
There are people making noise at the background.
Okay, what will happen is maybe I'll, let me meet everybody so that we can. Yes. I think because some of you are making noise, I want you to all, let me see if I can meet all of you. Okay. Yes. So please make sure you mute yourself wherever you are. Mute yourself because you're making noise. Okay. I think there's no background noise now. Can we go ahead?
Yes.
I'll share my screen now. Okay, can we go? All right. Well, I believe you have seen the video. Yes. So, can you hear me now? Can we continue? So, what do you make of the video? Yes. Can you hear? I believe you. Yes. Hello. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So I will continue. Before I continue the presentation, I want you to tell me what you make of the video you have seen. What do you make of it?
Sir, the voice wasn't clear.
The voice of the video?
Yes.
Maybe the network you are using was not very good. That's the problem we used to have. Okay, it's just trying to talk about the differences between language and dialect, where they describe language as an army, or the other one as a navy. Some of you are still making noise at the, yeah, let me meet you.
So the video seems to, like from my end, there is so much problem with the audio.
Okay, you didn't hear what the speaker was saying?
Well, no, we did not, I particularly did not hear a word he said. So I'll maybe suggest maybe after the lecture,
I will send you the
if we
video.
can have it sent, maybe if you can have, we can have it sent to our email so that we review it there, if it's possible.
Okay, yes, I'll try to do that. Yes, no problem with that. So we'll go ahead. So let me continue with the presentation on the PowerPoint. Yes.
It's all right.
So we talk about language varieties. Language variety refers to the various forms of language triggered by social factors. So language may changes from region to region, from one social class to another, from individual to individual, and from situation to situation. This actually changes results in the varieties of language. What we mean here is, when we have some factors, there are social factors like we have been talking about in the class, like the age, the grouping, the peer pressure, the society, you know, even the social background where someone comes from can affect that language. So the changes even from region to region, like I gave you an example in the class, somebody from northern Nigeria, southern Nigeria, definitely the language must change, even if it's, be it English or whatever. So a language variety spoken by speech, community that is characterized by systematic features, e.g. phonological or lexical or grammatical, that distinguish it from other varieties of the same language. So when we're talking about language variety, we are referring to a speech community that is characterized by the systematic features. Yes. Now, like I give an example, if your Hausa man is speaking a Hausa English language, you can find out that each typical Hausa man is tend to change the plosive as fu, which is bilabial, will now change it to bidental. Even at the lexical level, even at the grammatical level, there will be differences because of the differences in region. So we also have what you call idialects, the speech variety of an individual speaker. is what we refer to as idialects. Yes. So we're talking about varieties. We talk about Wilson in 1980, who described varieties as a set of linguistic items with similar distribution. So when a particular linguistic item with the same distribution, so it's said to be a kind of variety. And you can see what the definition by Ferguson 1971, which says anybody of human speech patterns which sufficiently homogeneous to be analyzed with available techniques of synchronic description, which has sufficient rich representation of elements. So all these are definitions of what varieties are. Maybe you can even read on your own, because I can see we have a problem with the sounds. Okay. Yes. So you can see social situation, occupation, age, geography, education, gender, social status, class, and ethnicity. All these are factors that affect variation. Yes. Let me change this way so that you can see. So we have what you call facts about dialects. All languages consist of dialects. Hello, I can hear a lot of background noise. Hello.
I think some of the participants are very close to where they are playing music.
I think let me just go back there. Let me stop sharing and go back there and meet everybody again. Yes. Please, if you can hear, make sure you mute yourself.
Okay, so we'll mute ourselves.
Make sure you mute yourself, please.
Mute.
I'll give you time to unmute. Please mute yourself. Everybody mute yourself. Okay. So I think now we can no longer hear the background noise, right? So we're talking about facts about dialects. We say all languages consist of dialects, meaning a language is a group of dialects. To speak a language is to speak a dialect of that language. So if you are speaking Hausa language, you are speaking a particular dialect, not entirely all the dialects in Hausa language. If you are speaking English, English has a lot of dialects. In fact, no one language has one dialect. If you are speaking a particular language, you are speaking also a particular dialect within that language. Like in the video you saw, someone was talking about, okay, you understand English, American English, Australian English, New Zealand English, talking about different dialects. All these are different dialects. So therefore, everyone speaks at least one dialect. If you are speaking a particular language, whether be it Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, or English, you have a particular dialect that you speak. So dialect differences are usually minor, and dialects of a language are usually mutually intelligible. So whatever language you are speaking, if you are speaking that particular language, it must be intelligibly understood by other speakers of other dialects. So it doesn't matter, that's why you can find out that some people, when they speak English, you're not from the same region, you can understand that English, you can grasp some meaning about it. So dialects are geographically, socially, politically determined. It depends on the geographical location you come from. It depends on your social background. It also depends on your political inclination. So all these factors can affect your dialect, the kind of dialect you speak. And we said dialect is a matter of differences, not deficits. What we mean here is when somebody speaks a particular dialect, doesn't mean that this dialect is more important than other dialects. It depends just on political inclination. Like even in England, we have what you call Queen's English. That Queen's English or Standard British English is not everybody in England that speaks that particular language. We have Southern England, we have Northern England, we have Eastern England. So the adopted English in England is that from the Southern dialect. So it's particularly using the Southern dialect to talk about, to speak their English. That is why when you hear this word, often, some people will say, okay, it is not often, it's just often. Yes, in Southern England, when you say often, the pronunciation is wrong, but when you say often, that is correct. But in Northern England, you are also free to say often. So it's also acceptable in that dialect. Yes. So we have non-standard dialects, which are self-contained systems with their regular phonological and syntactic rules. There are dialects that are not, agreed to be intelligible, having intelligible, international standards. Like the Nigerian English is only, though it's now getting some recognition across the world, but it's not fully recognized languages, especially the political aspects. Then we have non-standard dialects of English, which are close to Southern English, sometimes reflecting older forms of SA. Yes. So we talk about language versus dialects, and that is the video we have just watched, talking about language and dialects, language prestige and dialect stigma. While we say language is prestige, meaning we are talking about language as a whole, while dialect, we call it a stigma because it's part of that whole. It's like you're having a 360 cycle and you divide it into having 60, 60, 60 in different forms. So you can say the cycle is talking about the language, where the stigma is just having that particular aspect. So the stigmatization of the term dialect. For example, somebody can say, I don't speak dialects. Yes, in reality, all speakers of English speak some dialects, regardless of its social status. So all speakers of English speak some dialects. Not only English, all languages. We are just being specific to English because that is our area of interest. So most speakers use a variety of different dialects or styles in different situations. We are later going to see about these styles and different situations. Then we have what we call writing. We have colloquial speech with friends and family. All this is informal. Sometimes the way you write your grammar, the way you compose your write-up is different from the way other people use it because of what? Because of your social background, because of your family background. So we have what you call formal speech with strangers, authority figures. When you are talking about with some people in formal situation, like in classroom, in government of official outing or whatever, you talk about formal speech. Yes. So what is the difference between language and dialect? Variety is a term used to replace both the term, like the one says by Hudson. Hudson is one of the greatest writers or educators about language. It's a set of linguistic items with similar distribution. Variety is some linguistic shared items which can uniquely be associated with some social items. So when we say variety, we're talking about some linguistic items with similar distribution. So the linguists categorize some dialects that have particular or the same categorization in terms of social background, in terms of political inclination, in terms of geographical inclination. Like when you take the example of Hausa language in Birnin Kebbi, you can see virtually every speaker in Hausa, in Birnin Kebbi speaks the same variety of that Hausa. When you go to Kano City, you can see almost all the speakers except strangers speak that particular dialect of Hausa in Kano. So that's why they said it's a set of linguistic items with similar distribution in terms of phonology, in terms of lexicon, in terms of syntax. Yes. So everybody speaks dialects, accent, differences in pronunciation between one variety of language and another. In terms of dialects, what differentiates dialect from the other one is accent. Now, even the accent of example I gave you, a Hausa in Birnin Kebbi and a Hausa in Kano, you can see the accent, the pronunciation is different. Yes. So dialects, a variety of languages by a group whose linguistic habit pattern both reflect are determined by shared regional, social, or cultural perspectives. Now we can ask yourself, why is it that there's difference between the houses speak by a Kano man and the houses speak by a Sokoto man? Yes, it's because of the regional, social, and cultural perspectives. That are the factors that make the dialect different. So all the differences between varieties of a language, those in pronunciation, words usage, syntax, and variation of the given community. Yes. To apply all varieties, not just to non-standard varieties. So we are talking about kinds of dialects here. We say regional dialects, social dialects. Is it possible in a given community people to speak more than one dialect? That is the question now. Let's see. We have what we call social dialects. Factors such as occupation, place of residence, education, income, racial or ethnic origin, cultural background, even the house you live, related or religion related to the way people speak. Even the way, the manner you behave, the place you stay, even in the house, the people you intermingle with, affects your social dialects. That is why now when you go to the village, you can see their dialect Hausa language is very, very different from the Hausa speak by people in the urban places. Why? Because of the cultural background, because of the racial, the educational background, income, and even the social status in society. So social dialect originates from social groups, and it depends largely on a variety of factors, such as social class, religion, ethnicity, and even family background. So social dialect examples, we have case in India often determines which variety of the language a speaker use. Christian, Muslim, and Jewish in Baghdad speak different variety of Arabic. Because of what? Because they are from different social class. Yes. Even you can take example, for example, you go to Zulu now, the Christians in Zulu, the houses they speak is very, very different from the way the Muslims speaks at their house in Zulu town, for example. So that is why some people who are very good at language can determine even your religion just by the manner of language you speak. So we have ethnic group in America, for example, Lavos work in New York. We have speakers of Jewish and Italian ethnicity. All these examples are examples of social dialect that which is trying to tell us that we have differences in speaking the language based on our social background, on who we are in terms of religion, in terms of our ethnicity, and even in terms of our income. Yes. Regional dialects. You can see we have regional dialect, which is reflected in differences in pronunciation, the choice of forms of words and syntax. We have racial, political, social, cultural, educational. We also have geography in terms of the examples I just gave, geographical location. So all this I'm trying to break down about dialect and accents. Yes, dialects must not be confused with accents. Standard English is spoken in a variety of accents. We have RP, is an English accent that has achieved certain eminence, meaning is the one adopted by the Queen of England. So dialect is different from accents. Accents is mostly talking about the pronunciation, the part of the pronunciation. Yes, while dialect is generally talking about the pronunciation, talking about the grammar, the lexicon, and what have you. Then associated with a higher or social educational background, yes, that is accents. That is why I gave an example earlier, that the accent of Southern England is the one adopted by the Queen of England, and is called Standard British English. Yes. And most commonly taught to students, EFR. So the standard English we use is the one that is most commonly taught to students of English as a foreign language. Yes. So let me just quickly move to, because we don't have a lot, I just try to make it one. Yes. Dialect, prestige, and stigma, or any other one, I'll send it to you. We'll read it on your own. Yes, standard versus non-standard language. Let me just go to the video first and come back. Yes. I want you to listen to this video very attentively, please. I I'll share the video now. Listen to it.
Good evening, everybody. So, sorry for joining the class late. I was having network issues.
I'm sorry, sir, but honestly, we can't hear. Oh, for me particularly, I can't hear any sound. Like it's just kind of making a scratching noise.
So I can't hear anything, sir. I'm not hearing anything, sir.
No sound.
Still not clear.
ṣé ọmọ kan tí wàá ṣe tọ́lọ́ bá jẹ́ kó ráyè wọlé tó bá ti login kó lọ bí participant you understand kó screenshot ẹ̀ in case ó bá padà lé ẹ jáde you understand tí kìíní ìjọba wà lé ẹ jáde so wàá lè rí proof pé ìwọ join class.
It's really happening.
All right. Yes. I don't know whether you have listened to the video attentively or because I had some people complaining that they couldn't hear the sounds. Have you all listened to what the speaker was trying to say? Hello.
Hello, no,
Hello, sir.
we didn't hear anything. The sound was so bad.
The sound was bad.
Like making a scratch. Yes, it was making a scratch.
Couldn't hear anything, sir.
You couldn't hear anything. Oh my God.
Yes, sir. We didn't hear anything.
Okay. Maybe I think it's back because of the background. Some of you are still talking, like Gani Redwan. You are talking, and that is. But anyway, we'll improve on that next time when we make the presentation. So I will send you the video to the via WhatsApp this night, so that
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes. So we are just trying to talk about register, that a register is a variety of language used in a particular social setting. Settings may be defined in terms of greater commercial formality or in terms of socially organized events, such as baby talk, which is used in many Western cultures. Yes. So here just an example of registers. Like we have a set of vocabulary items associated with discrete occupational or social groups, surgeons and what have you. Yes. Let me just. So I don't know whether all of you can hear my voice very well now. Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Can you hear my voice? Hello? Hello? You can't hear me?
Hello, sir. We can hear you. I can hear you now.
So I think what we'll do is,
yes, we can hear you.
What we'll do is, yes, I understand. What we'll do is, because I wanted us to discuss a lot of things, but because of the poor network and because of the arrangement also, I allowed some of you to meetings, and that is causing a lot of problems. So
it's like there's a kind of an
what we'll do is, yes, background noise. No problem. What we do is, I will just take some questions now. I will leave it, we call it a day. So I plan to do another one, maybe next week, to pay back. Yes, I think that maybe I will see what we discuss that on WhatsApp. Well, we can have a very good lecture so that we can talk about it honestly.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So based on the little graphs we've gotten, you can ask any question. I can see people raising up their hand. I can see Ganiu, Sadia, and Technospark, no name, raising up their hands. So is there any question? Yes, I can see in the chats. The videos are audible, not audible, no sir, blah, 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 blah. Cannot hear anything. It's all right. And I'm using Wi-Fi. My network is strong. I'm using Wi-Fi. I don't know. So what we'll do is, let me just take any question. I can see we have all participated. Oh, I have 24, I have 24 participants. I will send you the recorded presentation and I will send you the videos as well. So is there anything? I think no question because network is very bad on your side, maybe.
I think, sir, the only thing I wanted to ask is,
yes,
can we have the paperwork sent to our emails, what the presentation you made, I mean the paperwork of the presentation you made, so that just like the last time you sent in the lecture notes and we downloaded and it's very useful. So can we have this one as well?
Definitely, every presentation you must have notes. You must have it. You have it. Even the videos. I'll either give you the link or I'll download it and send it, share it on WhatsApp.
Thank you very much.
Can you know that thing again?
Sir, please.
Success, yes. Success, what is your question?
Sir, about the assignment submitted.
I have received your assignment. I saw it. Success. I hope you have gotten better now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you?
Thank you.
It's all right. Yes. Go ahead. Can you raise up your hand?
About my assignment too. I've not got.
Michael,
Yes, sir. Also about my assignment, sir.
Michael.
Yes, sir. I said also about my assignment, sir.
Yeah, no problem. I think I replied you back. Yes, I replied you. Yes, Asma, what are you saying?
I'm not saying anything, sir.
Okay. So I think we'll call it a day. We try to arrange a better one next time but please make sure you have a very good network. The problem is mostly is from your side. Hello, can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Yes, mostly the problem is from your side.
Sir.
I am using a very powerful network here. It's Wi-Fi. It's very strong. I just finished one presentation.
And there is one problem. Maybe some of us don't understand this. When you are making this kind of call and you're sitting very close to an electronic appliance,
yes,
that emits kind of radiation.
Like the one you're having now.
Like the one we're having now. I think it's the problem. Maybe some of us are very close to appliances, and there are interference with but maybe next time when we are going on, we should, all of us, like the participants, should be sure to be away from appliances. Maybe then we'll have a better.
That's very good, Hamza. That's very good contribution. Asma, are you hearing? Have you heard what he said?
Yes.
We are talking. We are still close to appliances. You and Ganiyu and Ridwan. Yes. Any other contribution again?
Please, the next time should be in the afternoon.
Okay, no
Because we
problem.
have life issues here in
Okay, no problem. I'll try to see that. Why we have this virtual class is just for us to have an idea how to ease our things. Sometimes we don't have to be in the class. Sometimes situation may warrant that we present like this. So if we improve later, maybe even your assignments, you can present it like this and it will be acceptable. You can see now we have 23 participants. In the class, I know the highest I could get was 18, 19, 20. But you can see how online we have 24 participants present. Almost all the class is present. So in the absence of anything, I will say good night, and we'll meet on the WhatsApp. I'll send you the links and I'll send you the presentation. I wish you all the best and good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much,
sir.
sir. Good
Good
night.
night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
We'll see the sir.